Yeah, I must was on that motherfucker for an hour already.
Yeah, man, we trying to, that's why I'm working with the Credible Messages, man, and one of my brothers got an initiative out here in the community where, they violent interrupters. They trying to stop the violence with some of these youngers out here.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to jump in nobody's business or nothing, but I'm just trying to reach back, man, and give these youngers, man, some wisdom to let them know, man, that it ain't worth it. You know what I mean? Like I spent 25 years of my life in prison for something that I ain't even do.
true.
I mean, but I laid down for it. You know what I mean? But it ain't till they bump their head, man, to get that bit that they gonna understand that it wasn't worth it, man. It
And
ain't
that's sometimes that shit be too late, cause sometimes they wash nigga up, nigga don't even be able to bounce back. You hear me?
facts. Facts. Because anything can happen once you get in that system.
Yeah, you could run that joint up, get killed, any fucking thing.
Man, no question. Other than that, man, how you, man?
Man, I'm cool, man. I'm on the same wave trying fucking the main my thing be I be trying basically like I was trying to think, cause I went in when I was 15, so I was trying to think what was mainly missing from my experience and life traveling and how I got the way I got, and it was just that hope, like I don't know when it got lost in our streets, but like young niggas don't hope no more, don't dream, none of that shit. So it's like I want to instill hope in niggas. I want to instill hope in young niggas to the point where they know like they could build up weeks to months to a year to reach some type of goal or destination or some type of dream. And then the average ones, they'd be like, I don't know how to do nothing. And they don't be knowing that shit they possess do be skills and talents. Like I take, like at the little program, I took them and told them to write on the board, tell me everything you know how to do, no matter what it is. So they write shit up there. They don't even be knowing to be jobs for that shit they know how to do. Or they could create a job. They don't, and the lack of information. They don't be having a lot of information, understanding. Like we're in the age of information and we're in the age of making old ideas better or making new ideas and shit. So it's like, I just want to drive that into them, letting them know, dog, you could do anything out here to get to a bag and to further yourself and become a better person and shit. And I ain't talking on no saint shit, because you got some niggas that live in a certain way, but they don't even know how to do or what to do or what they doing and shit. You feel me? So I just want to instill that hope so they can understand tomorrow do matter. Because a lot of niggas be like, man, I'm living for the moment, might die today. But you can't control that. They say it's three controls. You got control over yourself. You got secondary control. That's the influence when you throwing yourself out there, shit like we doing. Then you got no control. I ain't worried about shit I don't got no control over. But the shit I do got control over, I'm trying to show them that they do got control over shit. And that's, I think, for me, just by it affecting me so much, I'm trying to find a way to really tap into it with the young niggas. Like, really tap into it. Because they look at me and think like, hey, you caught a bit, you caught a body, you came home, you shining. But everybody don't make it. I got locked up with a rack of niggas in '04, and niggas got washed up. Some of them niggas in there done turned gay, drug addicts, prison politics. Some of them niggas survived on the street, went hard as shit, and be snitching in jail and shit. Like, it's a lot of shit that happens to you on that process that understand that you might not make it. So why even go through that shit when you don't got to and shit? So that's like, that basically be my whole goal at the end, just trying to still hoping niggas for real.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what it's about, man. Trying to instill hope in these youngers, man, that don't have nothing. You know what I mean? Feel like, their life is, on like I'm trying to figure out how I can put it, but they don't feel like they gonna succeed, man.
That's
When they,
it. They don't,
you know what I
they,
mean? They don't feel like what the future hold for them, for real.
yeah.
A lot of them expecting for somebody to give them something or to do something for them, and they not trying to strive to better themselves on their own.
Yeah,
You
then
know what
they get strung out on them motherfucking like them new drugs, them pills and that psychotic medication. They don't, they look at it and be like, man, I'm dealing with this strain of pain and stress. I'm like, niggas been dealing with that shit for generations, dog. Like niggas want taking that shit. That shit psychotic shit. That shit fucks with you, makes you numb this shit. And
I
once
mean?
you get numb,
Yeah, when I was younger, man, my era, man, drugs wasn't a thing of question with us. We wasn't on it. You might have
Yeah,
a few motherfuckers that smoke weed, but that's as far as it went. If motherfuckers did anything harder than that, we wasn't fucking with you, man. We was shunning you
yeah.
because that wasn't us. So I don't know. I don't know where these youngers, 18, 19, 17 years old, getting this from, where they feel like, man, they need these drugs and it's to, feel some kind of a way of empowerment or something. I don't know what got in their head.
Yeah,
What,
cause
what
it cause it ain't dealing with like I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do none of that shit. And I
me?
always felt I felt like we lost a generation of y'all to that mass incarceration shit. So like my generation and niggas right under me, they didn't have nobody to raise them. So I feel like I went to jail and got raised by the motherfuckers that's supposed to raise the next niggas on the streets. So I got lucky in the sense for real. So it's like when I come out and I see the shit that they be going through, they take a lot of shit to heart. It's like real emotional now, and they use them drugs to numb it, but
Right.
it don't. It strangle them out. Them niggas be dope faint, like they be gone, yeah, and this shit be hurting my heart sometimes seeing niggas begging for money. Niggas youngish. I'm used to like old ass niggas that like when I grew up, like when I was young, like the early 2000s, the niggas I seen begging for money was niggas that came back from war, niggas that was old and
Right.
handicapped or already on drugs. Like them the people I'm used to seeing begging. Now it'd be like niggas way younger than me. I'm 31. I be seeing niggas out there 17, 18 at a 7-Eleven begging for money. I'm like, damn, what did you lose that in life so quick? Like them niggas been lost in life, and you feel me?
Hey,
These niggas,
that's crazy you said that because I was at the gas station the other day. Young dude stepped to me, asked me if I had some change. I'm like, "Shawty, you right across the street from a whole strip mall.
yeah,
While you sitting over here wasting time asking me for $1, you could be over there filling out applications for every store in that mall right there.
yeah, yeah.
You know
Or
what I mean?
do the
Like you over
ground
here
hustle that, or that ground hustle niggas did with the bags and shit. People they don't even ask to pump your gas for the money. They just ask for some bread. Like they ain't asking to pump gas. They ain't trying to carry bags or nothing. Like the hustle gone out of niggas. So it's like I guess to a point, to a degree, it's like it's like a manhood adjuster that we got instill back in niggas and shit. Cause niggas losing a lot of, they not uplifting shit. They not uplifting each other. They around each. If it's five niggas around each other, all of them like out there begging it. They not doing nothing for each other and shit for real. Like
I seen somebody on here ask about the Vlad interview. It's
yeah, oh yeah,
coming
that
up.
thing
You
be
know,
big. That thing gonna be big right there.
yeah, it's coming up. We had to postpone it because of that pandemic. But we're gonna get up there, man. We're gonna start shooting and put a
What's up?
documentary out.
What's up? You took we getting a movie out of this? What's up? I know. Big. I got a lot of plugs, man. I'm trying. We gonna get a movie out of this, man. What?
We try to push it. We try to push it, man. It's a matter of having the right budget, man. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to get the people no bullshit, man.
Man, you don't. I'm gonna send some numbers your way too. I want to send some numbers your way. Some some people that cause I don't want this to turn into Sister Soldier jump. Like we never got her movie for the coldest winter.
Right,
Like
right.
we need that because the shit she talking about in that jump
That's what
and
was happening.
midnight,
That
it
joint was
fit right.
made.
Yeah, that shit fit right now. We never got
Yeah,
the movie
yeah,
for it. So we
yeah.
got like, and sometimes I don't. Not that niggas should get no handouts, but I blame a lot of like us for real. Like if like I'm in a rap, so I feel like when we got art like such as this that really could be a gem to our culture, there's no way in the world niggas should be hitting 500 mil, 200 mil, jig at a bill, but nobody really. And I don't know what the politics behind why it happened with Sister Soldier, but how niggas got this bread and ain't nobody picked that up and shit. Like,
Yeah. That's wild. You know what I mean? Like I really don't understand like when people get out there and reach a certain level of success and they got the means to help another person, man, achieve their goal. It ain't
Yeah,
about making a person rich. It's just bringing another person goals to fruition. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like helping a person out, man, to like, okay, yeah, I got the means to do it, so why not?
yeah,
But
definitely.
a lot of people, man, that they selfish, man. At the end of the day, to be honest with you, you know what I mean? They all for self. They don't be looking to reach back, man, to pull nobody else up, man.
That's what it's cause I sat and act like if and all them niggas would say something, say what we say, like that book played a part in some part of the nigga life. So I'm like, how, cause I know I come up on like some ways that I could throw something at that jump. It's gonna get done off the motherfucking break. Like that shit is such a huge gem to our culture. Like, that shit is an instant. Is is
Yeah,
is is like instant oatmeal. Yeah, you hear me?
yeah. This person, whoever said made that comment, you right, man. Everybody not good people, so you definitely can't help everybody. We don't,
Nah,
you
yeah,
know what I
it
mean?
definitely ain't. It ain't a, you, and you not gonna help her. That's like even raising a child. Like I got asked some questions about like if I got asked some questions like will my son be in the streets type shit. I can't. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say yes, but I'm gonna give them all the best opportunities not to live that life. If a child or a person choose to still go that route when you gave all the opportunity, it ain't on you no more.
Right.
Along as you, that's what I told my father. My father made certain comments, and I was like, you didn't give me all the opportunities that you could, so you can't say that you wasn't the reason and shit. You feel me? So, and I want at the end of the day say, if a person do make that decision, I guess be confident and be like, I ain't the reason. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I want to do everything I can for whatever young niggas. If it's seven of them in the room and only one of them take heed, shit, I feel like I did my job just to get back because it ain't ours no more. That's why I like to come out and you did this shit. This shit was huge, son. Like this
Yeah,
shit huge, son.
yeah.
This
That
shit.
joint, man. I'm always repping that joint.
Oh
Slim.
yeah, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, yeah. I gotta get some of that merch.
Always got it on, man.
Yeah, I gotta slide up and get some of that merch and shit, man. What's the
Man, we definitely gotta link up.
yeah? What's the first thing you noticed when you came out here though? Like when you came to the streets, what's the first thing you noticed?
Man, how it changed.
Hmm.
I went down there by when we came off the Beltway, we rolled down there by because I got released from Gilman, FCI,
Oh, oh,
and we
oh
came
yeah. So
there
you
by
had to try.
oh,
Yeah, you had to take the
yeah,
trip
we
back
came
down.
there by
Here.
oh,
Okay.
man, that joint looked wild. It looked wild because I heard how the city had changed, but to actually see it, what I was told ain't doing no justice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was like, damn, now my head was on a swivel like this. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? What's that? What's that?
Yeah.
Wow. It
Yeah.
was
That's
wild.
real.
I love
I
my
think
city.
I think that's the first thing I noticed because, like, on my side, I seen like the trolley train on 8th Street, all the clubs and shit on 8th Street. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Yeah, that joint on, yeah, it's on title. Yeah, just search Young E Class. That shit, all that shit on title. Everything on that jump. Appreciate that fool. Yeah, I noticed that change. I think that was the most shocking shit than being in the alley around my way. Like white people come through with fucking cats and shit on leashes and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like that's and they speak to you
Yeah,
on. I'm like,
yeah.
oh shit. Yeah, this shit. Hey Chuck, you hear me? Like that shit fucked me up though. Cause A Street was just full of abandoned stores, barber shops. It was like it was what you think of the gentrification in the city though? What you think about
I mean, a lot of people. I mean, I remember with DC when it was then at 90-something% black.
it? Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was fucked up. To be honest with you. You know what I mean? I kind of embraced the gentrification a little bit to a degree, especially coming from an entrepreneur's aspect because it opened up the market for us, right? It give you, a lot of times, man, truth be told, our people don't really get behind our product the way that we need them to get behind it in order for us to be successful, right? And those merchants and them sales, whether it be book sales, uh, your record sales or whatever gonna come from a different demographic.
Uh,
You know what I mean? So I kind of embrace the gentrification. You know what I mean? I mean, it's in my opinion, it's for the better.
yeah.
It's for the better, man. Because when DC was all black, it was a lot of gun smoke in the air, huh? We lost a lot of lives to these streets, bro. You know what I mean? And we still losing lives out here, man. And at some point, when do it come a time when in our life when we say we can get past the petty shit and get back to if it gotta be, resolved in a violent way, we get back to that nickel game. But we don't take a black man life and and we losing our people, man, daily. I don't want to preach. I ain't trying to be no preacher, or nothing like that. But when I see what's going on out here and how the youngest constantly killing, you know what I mean? I'm not I'm not trying to change the trajectory of nobody's feelings or the way somebody feel like they gotta handle something in their life, right? But when you come from where I come from and being knee deep in it, the way I was knee deep in it, and when you get older, you reflect on all the harm you caused out here in these streets, man. It's like, damn, what the
Nah, I
f-
feel you.
was it worth it? You know what I mean? Like, was it all worth it for real? It could have been a different way I could have handled that.
Yeah, I feel you.
I could have handled that shit differently, man. I could have talked to this dude, or you know what I mean. I could have got the money that I got for whatever I did another way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without taking somebody's son or brother
That,
or
that shit hit me like, cause it was like I was so numb going through trial, and cause they had me all painted on the news, and I was so numb, and I was so young too, so I didn't really give a fuck. But the second trial, the second trial I had, the second murder trial, they put the dude mother on the stand, and that shit like broke me, cause I seen my mother and shit, and the pain she was giving up there, that shit had me like, damn, man. And
man. Listen, I had 10 joints each.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I fought them peoples on 10 bodies, home.
yeah,
And the ones that I did go to trial on, man, I learned a lot about empathy when I seen these dudes' mothers and they crying, man. I put I put my face on the mothers. You know what I mean? Like, damn, what if it was my mother and he
yeah.
crying like that? You know what I mean? Like, damn, like I really had an epiphany, home. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to protect Sean Slim. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
let a
most
motherfucker
definitely.
walk and do shit
Most,
to me.
most definitely. Yeah,
You know what
most
I mean?
definitely.
But at the end of the day, Slim, I'm not, I'm not going out there and doing nothing to nobody, man, for near dollar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or for this a reputation or something that a lot of these youngers
Yeah,
out here.
I think that's what the confusion come from when we talk against what we was taught. It ain't that niggas like for like you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm saying like when I talk to niggas about their action, I'm talking about like the reasons behind it. I'm not telling nobody not to protect themselves or their families. I'm not telling nobody not to protect their property. I'm not telling nobody not to protect their peace. But I'm saying like the reasons, like neighborhood beef, robbing a nigga over a fucking some bull, like all that shit, like that caused that. That's no need. Like I was caught up in a lot of that neighborhoods. I remember sitting in that joint with the time that I had, and I was like, damn. And other niggas that was coming in there for like drug shit, and they was showing me their pictures, and they done been flying all over the world. I was like, damn, I ain't even risk my life for money. Like I realized
Yeah, facts.
about to lose my whole life, and I didn't even try to get rich. I didn't even like. I'm sitting here with all this time over because a nigga bumped me and shit. You feel me?
Definitely
Like,
right. You gotta pick and choose those battles, man. It's like I seen it too. You know what I mean? I spent 25 years of my life in that shit, man.
yeah,
I didn't get a chance to live. I had a little paper when I went in, but and it was only enough to pay for the lawyers.
yeah, I feel you.
And get a few bags of commissary here and there. But it was like, man, was it all worth it though? That was the question
Yeah,
that always like hit me over the head. Like, was it all worth it? Was it all worth it? And to be honest with you, man, 25 years of your life, man, spent in that prison, man. I seen it all. You know what I mean? I've been through it all and that shit. Anything that you could think about or imagine that a motherfucker went through in jail to have to like not survive, but to just keep his reputation intact,
yeah,
keep his honor and his manhood intact, man.
yeah.
I done did it. You know what I mean? I done did it,
Then
man.
they was shipping y'all, especially like once Law and closed, they was shipping y'all every fucking way.
All over, all over the place, man. I done went to the pinnacle of the feds, home. It don't go no further than 80X. Once you reach 80X, anything after that is death row. You see what I'm saying? And I made it back from that. I made it down, all the way down to an FCI and made parole on my first hearing. You know what I mean? Because I changed the way I thought and I changed my surroundings and I started to apply a lot of positive energy. Like, you read that book, The Secret?
Fuck yeah, no question. That's
The
what
law, the law of attraction is real, home.
the secret. And as a man thinketh, that's my Bible. That as a man thinketh, like I was in the set. My man Spidey still, I mean, not Spidey locked up. My man Lord John was on here. He from Baltimore. We was in together. And I was in it like for the first 10 years of my bit, you know, I'm young, I'm going ham. So my man Spidey like, dog, you think so negative. I'm like, nigga, how you gonna tell me that? You in the motherfucking gang. He like, nah, you just the shit you in here doing, you don't even gotta do no more. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I ain't let nobody play with me. So he gave me the book As a Man Thinketh. I never been no religious person. I used to wonder, like, how you believe this book? Like, I just never been into none of that. And when I read this book As a Man Thinketh, the shit just was like,
Yeah, open
and
your mind up.
once I got inside of my own head and started dictating my own thoughts, it's like the world softened up towards me. I
Yeah,
fucking gave my time back. I fucking started being in a position in the jail where as though they give me all the young niggas. As soon as they come in, they hit my cell. Hey, y'all do something with him. I got the GED program. I'm able to holler at the old heads in the game, get young niggas. Like everything changed for me. Then I had my test. Right before I was supposed to come home in 2014, I got in a big ass war. Got hit up like 56 times, was in the hospital for a minute. So it was like, do I come off and go on a rampage? Even though like Nick, like the captains came up to the hospital, was like, yeah, we need you to holler at people in the jail to calm down, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, I told my niggas, fuck that shit. I
yeah.
was like, I ain't even worried about that shit, dog. And once I did that, they let me off admit. I'm back on the compound, still doing my thing. I fuck off for parole. They gave me a hit. I go down minimum. Next thing you know, I got 6 months till I'm about to go home. I went from having 40 years to about to go home in 6 fucking months. And
Man,
all
listen,
this shit happening
I
quick.
feel you because when we got into a vicious race ride in Lewisburg, and that's when I got sent to Marion. And
Yeah,
when I was in Marion, we got into it again with the Aryan Brotherhood. So my whole attitude was like, fuck it. I don't see these motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck about them. First chance I get, I'm busting their neck open. I'm gutting them. I'm doing whatever I got to do, man, to send a message. Basically, you know what I mean? I'm gonna send a vicious message throughout this system that I ain't to be fucked with. I'm a DC black and I'm killing their old white boys. You know what I mean? But when I got to Colorado, when I got to USP Florence, when I came out of ADX, it was like when I started going to college. I took the college course, and my my thinking started to change. You know what I mean? Once I started to progress within, my education and learning, and expanding, and broadening my horizon of wanting to learn more, my whole thought pattern changed. So once I started to eliminate that negativity out of my life, and I started walking different, and I started surround myself with different motherfuckers that think different.
yeah, different schools of thoughts and shit.
I started to see like different shit opening up for me. You know what I mean? I was able to get better jobs. I was able to get, you know, to stay out more. I was able to get, you know, once you work in commissary, you become a level of
Yeah,
a,
yeah, you the
you know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah,
You been given more responsibilities and being trusted more. So
yeah.
I started to see that. I'm like, damn, these people is really looking at me different. Because once you started exude that balance on that level in the feds, the administration gonna look at you totally different. They're gonna look at you as a troublemaker, you an asshole, you a fuck up. Man, anything go on, any knife that's found in that unit,
It's
lock
on you.
yeah,
Any
lock him up
niggas,
for
any
because that
niggas,
look like he had something to do with it.
any niggas rock out, they feel like it's under your influence. They might ship you out for a bunch of shit going on with a bunch of other niggas you don't even got nothing to do with.
Exactly. Exactly. So when I got the prologue, I was kind of happy that I was around that many homies. You know what I mean? It was a lot of homies there, but at the same time, I still had to carry the burden of being, we ain't got no shot callers in the feds, man. We just got dudes, man, that got the heart, the fortitude, the mannerism, the respect to deal with these other cars, you know what I'm saying? In a certain way, whereas though if it's time to push, we gonna push and I'm gonna make the call. But when you got somebody that can articulate themselves well to these other races and these other cars, when you could dead it, a situation before escalating to somebody lose their lives, then you become respected in a different light, not just by the
Yeah,
convicts, but by the administration too. But you still carry that burden. Every day, Slim, somebody was knocking on my door. Boom, 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 Slim, we got an issue. Man, we need you to come outside. I'm like, God damn. So it was like, shit. That just wearing that burden on my shoulders, Slim.
critical thinking coming that shit too.
It
Yeah,
was heavy. You know what I mean? It was heavy. But then when I got transferred to Hazleton, USP Hazleton, I was like, I felt the sigh of relief a little bit because I ain't not necessarily put my knife down, but I ain't got to be the one to always jump out there on the front line. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it gave me a little bit of room now where I can focus on other shit. I can focus on, educating myself, preparing myself for the parole board, staying the fuck out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? So when I got to FCI Gilmer, it was like it was a bigger sigh of relief because now I could put my foot up and I could put my knife down because wasn't much going on, and it gave me that room to see the parole board with the amount of clear conduct that they needed because I was a fuck
yeah.
up.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah,
You know what I mean? So when I changed my way of thinking and I changed my surroundings, now shit opened up for me, man. I was able to
the
make
world,
parole.
the world just so. I feel the world just soften the fuck up, dog. And it ain't like it ain't. And I used to look at it like these motherfuckers got my life in the fuck. I used to look at it so screwed up until my mind told me like, man, they the gatekeepers that letting you back out to their community because a lot of these people don't live the life you live and they don't understand that shit. So it's like they want to see that you got support out there and they want to see that you going to at least make a stride and change because once you out there, you still under their custody. So if anything happened with you, it come back on them. So when I start being an analytical thinker in that process, I'm like, oh, this shit bigger than me. It ain't even really about me per se, but I gotta do what I gotta do to get the fuck up out this motherfucker. Like
Exactly.
it's and still like you said, not lose your name in the process, your reputation, because that shit mean everything. Because I ain't about to let nobody play with me or think they could play with somebody I love. I
Right.
love the fact that somebody can land on the compound, and if I say, nah, that's my folks, they straight. You feel me? So I definitely feel you on that shit, and that clear peace of mind when you're able to study and really build and chop it up and work out and that in the it's you still in there, but it's not as tense and shit. Like when I was in the minimum zone, is like I had to learn how to not attack threats. Certain things wasn't threats. Like a nigga get on the phone when he ain't supposed to, and I'm like, I took that as like, oh, he tried to play. Like I had to tone everything down and look at everything different and shit. That shit hard. That shit ain't easy. Yeah, that shit hard as fuck.
It is. It is when you so used to carrying it a certain way for so long.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And all you see is green. All you see is green. Like, man, nigga, play with me. I'm giving them all the smoke he want.
yeah, and that's what I like when I said that shit on the small night interview. A lot of people's hit me thinking it wasn't that I was not interested in fighting. I just knew If you fight a nigga in there, it was gonna go to his. So I just wasn't fighting, and it helped me from getting into certain situations. Because if something happened, even on the yard or about some weights, and I know I'm not gonna I ain't gonna hang the joint at them. I'm not gonna dodge myself in the situation. But if the situation know that I gotta go that far, that's where it's gonna go. We not fighting, we ain't squaring up. That's the one. I'm one track minded when it comes to that, and it seemed violent, but it also helped me from looking at some situations as small and them shits don't really mean nothing. And for real, for me, I got into it a lot of more homies than anything, yeah. That shit used to blow the fuck out of me for real, cause I love the shit out of niggas, but niggas took a lot of kindness and a lot of shit for they thought just cause they was that a nigga could, fuck with them in a certain way.
Right, right. Southeast, what's up, man? You call me Julio. Only few motherfuckers know that name.
Oh, that's big. He capital. He put that thing in capital too.
Yeah, only a few know that one. Hey, yeah, Snub, I be telling a lot of the youngest, man, that I work with, right? They be calling me OG. I'm like, what OG stand to you? What do it mean to you? They be like, man, it mean original gangster. I'm like, man, well, I'm gonna change it, right? Because in my opinion, OG